Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Pangolin Advisor, also known as Panchasu, and welcome to part 7 of my Hissho playthrough here in the Supremacy expansion, as we get a major lag spike to welcome us into this playthrough. That was rather random. Also, Sophons are crazy enough to want to create an outpost on this lonely gas giant planet. I understand that you may be starved for quadrinics, but surely you do not believe this to be a good course of action, do you, Sophons? As I am currently surrounding them, this seems a very stupid idea. Nevertheless, it is an idea I'll quickly get out of their heads and destroy this outpost myself. Although, by destroy I mean, of course, take over for myself. So anywho, for the time being, let's go ahead and, well, I can't exactly create this fleet now, can I? But I will be able to create this fleet with 2 kites and a falcon. That is good enough. It's not the fastest fleet, but it will capture Wasat for me and then come flying back. Hopefully. I did not move the... Oh, come on, I moved my behemoth by accident. It was a misclick. I clicked twice instead of once. And the behemoth moved as well, which is most unfortunate. As a punishment for my admirals to be stupid enough to allow for this mistake to be made, I will perform the diligence ritual and murder somebody and gain gold for it. Because, hey, why not? Meanwhile, any other things that I can do? Well, yes, of course there are. I can go ahead and attack a Sophon fleet, which I'll do so happily. And this is not a bad fleet to attack, it's actually relatively big-ish. So it will be a fun battle to watch. We both have access to all flotillas. What about weapon types? And there is quite a bit of energy weapons, which doesn't fill me with a whole lot of optimism, although I will probably devastate my enemies. They're using a lot of energy weapons, aren't they? Mostly projectiles though, so it should be alright. Let's go for Tattoo, and again, it should be alright. I might lose a Castro, but that is an acceptable loss. I might decide to move a kite in there, or a hero ship into the upper area, and a kite into the lower area. Or maybe a falcon to the lower area, and a kite to the middle area, perhaps? I feel like a falcon is a little bit better in some of these ranges. Yeah, I'll do it like so. And let's see how well we do, unless the AI just retreats, making all of my effort futile and invalid. And why did they not fight me? They could have done so and at least dealt some damage to my ships. Instead, they decided to just die. That's very weird, but hey, I am not the one to judge. Anywho, let's move my ship around. I don't want it to be blown up by itself. That would be most embarrassing. And anything else I can do with this stand doesn't look like it, since keep in mind I started the stand in the last video. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already or not, but this is the third video I recorded pretty much on the same day in one go, meaning that if you made any comments during the last 2 videos that I should have responded to in a video, well, I couldn't have, because in my timeline you haven't posted any comments yet. Alright, anywho, let us move over my ships, dismiss some unimportant notifications, and level up my heroes. Of course, by gaining the ability to gain a key on Empire, which is a humongously useful ability to have. I love it a great deal. Also, make sure that I start getting extra strategic resource deposits. And where are you deployed, dear hero? Because I need to make sure that she is gaining me as much Hyperium as she possibly can. And she's deployed over in a system with no Hyperium. She does have quadrinics, which is nice, but I need her to be in a system that actually has Hyperium. So let's move her, shall we? Over to Pleon. And now that she is in there, she's going to increase my production of Hyperium, which is very important and very nice. Okay, now the honest policy will give me a bonus, as it always does. This ship can just wait to recharge or rather charge for the first time and fire the obliterator cannon, which would be hilariously awesome. I can almost buy out a new obliterator, but not just yet, whereas my other fleet can destroy the enemy behemoth, or try to. This fleet has not been retrofit in a very long time, and let's just watch this battle, why not? Let's see, what is this behemoth even using in the first place? Energy weapons, well, this could be pretty bad actually. What's the best range to initiate the combat? Let's go for Sands from Scrap. In the event I actually do win, Sands from Scrap will be nice. And let's move in one more ship to the middle area. Well, keeping one ship in the upper area just for the extra advantage from flotilla range. And let us engage. I do not believe this battle to go too well for myself, but then again, I won't lose too much if I do lose this fight. After all, these ships are extraordinarily old. And hey, weakening the enemy behemoth, that is fine by me. Also, do let me know how is the audio. I did mess around with the suppressor filter, so hopefully the sounds you can hear when the weapons fire will not be too loud. I'll just briefly check to confirm it live, and it does seem like they are being suppressed very nicely. Maybe a little bit too much in fact. Well, you will let me know if they are too loud or too quiet. However, I cannot really make them too much louder at this point. And the game will not allow me to make it louder either. I can, I suppose, somewhat try to use some workarounds to make the explosions a little bit more audible, but I feel like this would be a futile and worthless effort at this point, so I won't bother really. And I just tried drinking some tea, but it turns out it was a little bit too hot for myself. Anywho, so far so good, I haven't lost any ships and the behemoth is about to go down, even though I had an old and outdated fleet, which means I'm gonna gain a whole lot of ki from this battle, most likely. 10? Yes, I did gain 10 ki from it. As expected, my ships are almost destroyed, but almost, and almost doesn't mean that they were, and I can repair them for an extraordinary sum of money. I'd rather not. Also created some debris over in the space of this area, in space around this area that doesn't really concern me or bother me in the slightest. I can create an F-Reality Institute. Don't mind if I do. Also, I'd love to create a microwave pipes. That's actually even more important, I would say. Also, let's use the Way of the Obsidian Eagle on my behemoth. Well, once I can do that. Nice. And finally, is there anything else? Well, yes, I wanted to make sure that I will be able to turn my ship into an obliterator. Do I need any antimatter? Only 10. Well, I have more than that saved up, so this should be fine. And hey, I've got a fleet of ships that is ready to attack the enemy fleet of ships, which is wonderful. We don't need to watch that, however, we can just enjoy the carnage by purely imagining how badly my ships are destroying the enemy, which is good enough. Alright, anything else I need to do? Seems unlikely. I know we see a notification here, but what do I really need to do? Nothing. Also, I am gaining a whole lot of influence, so I could potentially consider changing my government type to a federation or most likely republic. Would that be entirely worth it though, because I do enjoy having access to a lot of military bills. This might become especially relevant when I actually try to invade the enemy ships or other planets. I'm so close to upgrading my tanks, but alas, I cannot really do that. Well, that will wait for until some other time, I suppose. How weakened is the enemy? Somewhat weakened. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to launch a few more probes and then see if I can bombard them a little bit to maybe weaken their defenses somewhat and allow me to besiege their system a little bit faster. So far, so not so much, but I can try it one more time, see if it helps. Meanwhile, Libra, it's the Fortress, there's no way I can bomb anything of value over there. Let's not fool ourselves. You know, those ships that are just gonna stay there. Did I finish any important research? The answer to that is, well, I am working on the universal aerodynamics, but I will start getting quadronics from now on, which is very nice indeed. Let us end the turn. So far so good. I'm ending the turns relatively quickly, which was my goal to begin with. for all of my playthrough series on this channel. I did not want these to be extraordinarily lengthy ones that you cannot be bothered to watch through until completion. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to work a little bit faster than I usually do. And make decisions a little bit faster as well. Decisive victory, although Kite did get damaged, but that's nothing too horrible, I suppose, and gave me some more ki as well, which is nice. I'm going to bomb the enemy one more time and then retreat. Again, did not destroy anything of value, which is unfortunate, but I will speed up this siege process by bombing the enemy a little bit, which is nice. I can attack an enemy scout ship, and don't mind if I do. There's no reason not to do anything of the sort. And can I create another obliterator? I should be able to, and indeed I can. Let us create it nice and easy so that it can begin charging its powerful mighty weapons of war and mass destruction. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and create... I don't need to wear the center of the Eagle just yet. I could use more antimatter. It's always fun to have as much of it as possible, so let's get some better mines and then follow it up with some better science as well, shall we? Counter remains will be nice to get, but not necessarily right now. And is there anything else that requires my immediate attention? It's Rygo, which could give me another diligence ritual, so why not? Also, why not go for industrial zones for the time being, since I am not planning to get fuel to foundation just yet. Alright, anything else? Well, wait, did I get the... No, I am working on Universal Aerodynamic. That is the upgrade that I'm waiting for. I'm getting extra FTSE production on my capital, which is good. And this system needs to be grown a little bit. So I will let it do just that. I'll colonize a few more planets, queue up a few more essential upgrades, and get ready to queue up some more things as well. So Obliterator is charging up nicely. This ship can just go ahead and start exploiting these lonely planets for all of their resources. Poor planets. And then I can send the ship all the way over to... I don't really know where, to be entirely honest with you. I need to find a system that is not within anybody's sphere of influence that has resources that I want. And I don't see anything of the sort, so let's just move back to Wasat and mine some quadrinics, because I might as well. And then I'll move into somewhere else, I suppose. We'll see where, Now, Obliterated, just go to sleep until you can fire. That should be good enough, and I can end the turn and drink some tea. Hopefully it's not too hot anymore. It's been some time. It is not too hot to drink, but it is a little bit too hot to be truly enjoyable, so I suppose I'll wait for a little bit longer. And get another battle card. What do I want? Let's see, smart survivors, no. Fewer, no. Hard target, no. No. Diplomatic immunity, curious and interesting, but no. Berserker. Berserker ain't that bad, I might use it sometimes. Let's grab it. Ah, there's a space battle going on. Come on, I was changing things up, stupid pirates. Let's be killed and let me change my battle counts, please. Okay, pirates have been killed. I can now enable Berserker battle count, which is the one we got for, you know, doing the quest we did, the faction quest, I believe. Market-wide price increase. Well, I was planning to buy some things actually, but I suppose I could sell them for now. See, there's a lot of quadrinics on the marketplace. I will buy it out later. Okakis is also in high supply, which makes me very happy. I'll again buy it later. As it stands, however, I'll just sell, because I will never get the Void Stone, so I might as well sell that. Sell my Blue Cap mode as well, and sell my Red Sank too, just to get even more dust than I already had. And Obliterator is now ready on Necros. Excellent. You just go ahead and get ready to fire. Kill some civilians while you are at it, and be ready to destroy some kind of system somewhere instantly. And oh, the enemy started using carriers. I suppose I should pretend to be afraid now. Alas, I plan to do nothing of the sort. Instead, I'll just go ahead and destroy or even obliterate the enemy as it stands. Well, I won't necessarily obliterate them, but I will try to smash through them. Wait, this ship has no weapons? And no bombers or fighters? What does it do? Oh, I guess it... I don't know, maybe it just carries things around or is meant to destroy systems. I don't know. We're not going to watch this battle because the enemy has no weapon systems, so this wouldn't be all that impressive or important at all. What is ship? I assume this ship is meant to destroy planets. Like what? I don't see any other reason why it would exist, honestly. Seems like a waste of a ship in my book, but whatever. Events added, a bunch of other notifications we don't care or need to worry about. Pirate mark is still there, which makes me happy, except the pirates are not flooding in, which makes me sad. And now I can actually have a lot of ships all at once in a single fleet, which makes me very, very happy. Right, can I merge them nice and easily? Yes, indeed I can. So let's merge these ones, and that's all I can fit, unless I move Castro out and move another Falcon in. And now this fleet is extremely fast and very powerful. Can I take over the system? Probably not. I'll besiege it for a little while. Meanwhile, my fleets are on the move. Excellent. You guys can be now deployed. Can you? Oh wait, they are already deployed, so never mind that. I have enough Hyperion to create a Falcon, thankfully, so let's make a Falcon. I'm working on a diligence ritual, that's fine. Let's make a kite, why not? I think I will have enough room for that. And if not, then fine, I'll just not use a kite, that's fine. Let's make one more kite, and one more, because again, I don't see a reason why not, although I did also unlock some other things. I unlocked air weapons and boarding pod advanced. I don't particularly care about those, I have to admit. I could use some aircraft maybe when invading the enemy planets, that is true. Let's upgrade those and let's get a few of those to assist my tanks. I think this shouldn't be a very bad idea since the enemy is using tanks after all. So let's get that ready. Let's confirm this change and see what else I can do. These guys will wait for a Falcon to help support their movement, otherwise they would just take forever to get to anywhere. Anything else I need to do? Doesn't seem like it. Well, one fleet did await orders, but it's this one, and there were no orders to be issued to that particular fleet. So that is fine by me. See, another research. Tete-a-tete. I can either condemn or attend. Let's see. I'm not going to condemn it. I'm going to attend it instead and gain a little bit more industry. Lose some key, but my key reserves are fine, so I'm not terribly afraid. Yes, let us have a trade agreement. I don't know what trade is because I never bothered researching it, but let us have it nonetheless. Also, wait, I did not mean to slow down this planet's progress, because I wanted to actually become a full-fledged colony so that later on I can actually conquer it. I was hoping it would grow a little bit faster, you see. Alright, let's kill the enemy scout ship, because why not? Anything else I can do somewhere else? Well, certainly so. I can move those ships over to here, except not quite. Hey, so first of all, okay, give me a second. Move this kite, disband this kite, which made no sense. Create this fleet, and now it's fleet that's good enough. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but that's alright. So you can go all the way over to Libra and help. Now go to you, Bella, and get some more Falcons in there, because I don't have enough Falcons to really get to Libra in a reasonable amount of time. I'm not in a hurry necessarily. Libra is going to be a pain to take regardless, and my obliteratives are still not charged up, so that is again fine if I have to wait for a little bit more. This obliterator needs to go to sleep. Anything else I need to do? Not at this point in time. Although I have a good supply of quadrinics and Hyperion too, but quadrinics is more efficient, so I will want to research better. I will want to research this thing, Q-Fueled Fleet Accelerator, because this will be just way more efficient to install on my ships and will allow me to move way faster. And this will be glorious and great. Although before I do any of that, I want to create more upgrades on my systems. So let's see, is there anything I particularly care about? Not food, that one is for sure. I can get a little bit more science, but only on fertile coal plants. I don't believe I have that many of those. But I can always terraform them, I suppose, which isn't a very bad thing indeed. So maybe I'll go for climate engineering. And then low carbon sciences, not necessarily a bad idea. I usually go for n-dimensional topographies, but I don't have to go for it this time around, I suppose. So yeah, let's queue my research up in such a way. And let's end the turn and drink some more tea. That is delicious. Alright, and now I'm going to, while I remember to do that, buy out as much quadrinics and orichalcus as I can. And somebody just sold a good amount of it, so let's buy out... Can I buy 100 and not get broke? No, I can't. How about 50 of it? I said 50. 50 is a considerable amount, but I have no income of it, so I'll do that. And I won't buy anything else just yet. And is my obliterator ready to fire? Wait, I'm inside hostile sphere of influence. My bad, it was not recharging. Okay, let's move outside of the sphere of influence. I completely missed the fact that I was, yes, indeed inside the sphere of influence of the enemy. That is unfortunate, because I could have been charging up and instead I was not, which is very, very unfortunate. And hey, that's a proper fleet over attacking my weakest fleet. Those cowardly Solvents. How dastardly of them. Anywho, let's go ahead and grab this Senate skill. Move my ships around. Nice and easy. Wasat, can you please grow faster? I would be most obliged. Kite requires orders, and I can get the F Reality Institute. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's see what else is there to do. Ugara, well, I think I'll try attacking it. I probably won't be able to take it out instantly, but I will be able to take it out in I should be able to take it out relatively quickly now, especially since now I have airships to combat the enemy tanks. So let's see how well I do. And I did relatively well indeed. I believe next time I attack, I should be able to kill the enemy. I'll try and capture the home system, which will be delightful indeed. Alright. Anything else I can do or need to do at this point in time? I don't believe there is such a thing. So, actually there is one thing that is tempting. Behemoth C3 Center. It would increase the upkeep, but I have a humongous amount of dust and I'm making a lot of it as well. And the one C3 Center shouldn't have. Be wary of making too many of those, since if you lose one and you go over Behemoth limit, then you will suddenly end up losing a humongous amount of dust per turn, and you might find yourself just dying. Anywho, we're going to watch this fight since I might actually lose it, so this will be a change. Okay, the enemy is mostly using energy weapons, that's why they are doing as well as they are. Their carrier, however, is not. It's relying primarily on missiles with a little bit of kinetics mixed in. Well, they can deploy anywhere they want. I can deploy anywhere I want as well, but I think I'd rather focus all my ships in the middle flotilla, even if that means that I would give the enemy the extra bonus damage and accuracy, and keep the Castro in the lower fleet just as pretty much a scapegoat, just to make sure he grab... No, I did not mean to go for science from scrap, that's the wrong thing. Quite unfortunate. But, well, I will be able to win in the middle flotilla, which means that this fleet will be destroyed. And it will not be as bad as it might look, potentially. Let's use the overview camera for a trade and see what happens exactly, because it is an interesting camera indeed. And that is the glorious enemy carrier. Okay, I already managed to destroy the enemy middle fleet, and he destroyed my bottom flotilla, so now they still have the advantage. And are they using swarm missiles? It did look like they are, so this is most interesting. Well, unfortunately my ships are meant to fight in close range, not to fire between flotillas, so that's not going to be very good for me, but I already managed to destroy enemy carrier. Surprise, surprise. That was a reasonably decent looking explosion. The enemy also has a lot of fighters and bombers. I believe these are bombers, but I do have a lot of flak, so these are not necessarily a problem. I never did destroy them all. Huh. I'm beginning to think I might actually win this fight, even though I was expecting the complete opposite to happen. But I guess kites are powerful ships indeed, and yes, the enemy is probably a goner by now. And hey, I know what I was doing as well as I am. Not only do I have a lot of flank weaponry, but I also have missiles, and these allowed me to actually fire at the enemy ships from across flotillas with relative effectiveness. That is good. And that's probably the only reason why I am capable of dealing any damage to this ship. But now I don't have a firing arc on it, so I will not be able to ever fire upon it again, and it will instead be able to fire upon my ships with impunity. Nevertheless, that was still a major victory that probably gained me a whole lot of key. You need to gain 10 key from this, that is excellent, and a lot of resources. Good, very good. In fact, I'll attack the enemy one more time just for the sake of it. Can I destroy the enemy fleet without losing mine? Probably. We don't need to watch that. I'll go for... Can I go for Berserker and make it worthwhile? Probably not. No, indeed I can't. There's no reason to go for Tattoo. Let's just go for Sand from Scrap, I suppose. I should probably change Tattoo to something else, or Sand from Scrap to something else, but so far so good. I'm almost at max key, which is wonderful. I suppose I could go to over here and go for Fealty Foundation on one of my planets, just to use up some of this key. And anything else I need to do, let me just quickly check. So these guys are doing just fine. There was something else I meant to do, but I don't quite remember what it was. My apologies. I'm recording this at a very late hour, so I might be missing something completely obvious. I don't know what though. So far so good, however, let us just end the turn and drink some tea. Badu at Ugar, let's blitz it and conquer the enemy home system most likely, or the very least, hopefully. Indeed, I got it for myself, excellent. Let's keep it. It has a lot of improvements in the population left as well, so this was a very successful invasion. So let's see what I have over here. I probably also killed the United Empire with this capture. So let's see. They are already loyal, because I'm the Hissho, of course. And they have a lot of useful stuff. Excellent, a lot of things that are exclusive, which you can only make once in our empire. So again, I'm really thrilled about how this turned out to be, and this is a very, very good system to capture. In fact, I'm probably going to move a hero in here. And since this system does have Hyperium, I'm going to move her into here, because she's going to boost the system's power by a ton, while also allowing me to mine some more Hyperium, which is excellent. Alright, decisive victory indeed. I unfortunately destroyed Intergalactic Supermarket, but beggars can't be choosers. The enemy is begging for a truce, which I will obviously not give them, and now they are going to force a truce. Oh well, I can actually refuse it. That's probably something I'll do. Then again, I don't need to do this. So firstly, let's see. I'll see what I need to do with my hero. More damage on fleet seems like an excellent thing to have, I suppose, so I'll just go ahead and grab it. And since the fleet is so mobile, you know what? I think I'll accept this truce, since I'm not invading this alliance as of yet, not right now. So I can accept this truce, gain some more dust out of this whole ordeal, and focus on killing the voters instead of killing the Sophons for a while. So send my fleets over to Grus, since it is an amazing system and I certainly want to have it. Firstly, I want to improve the design of my ships. It's very important. And can I improve it some more? Take a look at Falcon. Do I have the quadrinics improvements? No, I do not. Not yet. I'm about to have them, but I don't have them yet. Let's auto-design whatever I can and see if I can get any more amazing weapons. I don't think I researched anything in particular that could help. Not really. Oh well, I guess no design was changed. What about those guys? No, they're also up to par. They're as advanced as they can be. Climate engineering is about to be done, but that is not yet what I need. I'll just send my fleet towards the enemy right away. So let's send it over to Grus. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, the other fleet is going to sit in Ugara and protect it from the enemy intruders. Like so. While these guys, they're just going to sit in Nekos and also protect it, while these guys are just going to continue farming the enemy ships. In this case, they're going to farm some prowlers, which, well, don't mind if they do. What's happening on the marketplace? Market-wide price increase. I'm glad I bought the Orcharchics back when I did, since I'm going to need it to find some obliterators. Now, what else is there to do? I will, in fact, make another Behemoth Seafaring Center, in fact, my very first one, since I want to have more Behemoths. And another due diligence ritual won't hurt, I suppose. I'll probably make some more ships later down the line. Obliterator, you just stay asleep. You also stay asleep. Nice and easy. And you... hopefully it's not besieging this thing. No, it's going to grow later into a proper outpost. So for the time being, this ship can just pretty much do nothing. So just sleep, I suppose. And that is good enough. I can also activate the Way of the Obsidian Eagle. But there's no need to do it at this point. I would rather save my key to get some more Fealty Foundation going. Or rather, get the Citadel basic upgrade so I can get the Fealty Institute. Which is even better. And local sciences can wait for a little bit, I suppose. So let's end the tab. And drink some more tea. Excellent, so we found an enemy. And I'm out of movement. And the enemy also is moving at a tremendous pace, but I don't particularly care. The United Empire has been eliminated as expected. That is a triumphant victory. And I bet there's a wormhole here, otherwise this behemoth couldn't move as fast as it did. That doesn't matter to me though, not in the slightest. It just signifies that Nekos is even more valuable than I previously anticipated. Well, let us make sure that it's also providing me with more resources, as I also make sure that my other systems are growing at a steady and stable pace. So AA labor is going to be in order, and some optics research labs and all of this good stuff. Probably not the big data shipyard. Some defensive modules or improvements, however, will be useful or potentially useful at the very least, so I will grab those. My hero can also be generating some more influence for my people, so I'll always agree to more influence. That's very useful for when you want to deny a forced truce treaty. Meanwhile, my other hero can get less upkeep, which isn't that bad, honestly. I'll grab it, why not? And let's see, the Voters and the Vodiani. Oh yeah, the United Empire has left the Alliance because the United Empire has been eliminated by yours truly. How wonderful, is it not? Anywho, let's see, what else can I do? I can send some more probes, which is pretty much the only thing I can do with that fleet over there for the time being. This fleet is just going to sleep in here, or guarding the system, I suppose. Or just guard the system so you don't have to notify me of anything else. You keep going to Grus, and I can end the 10. It was 1069! How wonderful and delightful. Anywho, how soon are we going to be able to find our obliterator? I'd love to finish this video with an obliterator firing something. That would be most delightful. I can edit battle tactics for free. Well, I cannot say I particularly care about that. Obliterator is charging up. It will soon be ready to fire. That is wonderful and lovely. Let's move things around a little bit. Anything else I need to do? Ridgel can get me some more science on fertile and coal plants, so don't mind if I do. We do have some of those. I can also terraform the snow planet, and you know what? I'll do just that. I'll make sure they have a little bit more space while still generating a good amount of science, so let's go ahead and do that. Anything else I can do? Yes, indeed, I can create another behemoth. Question is, what do you want? I want a scientific behemoth, actually, so it can generate some more resources for my obliterators. So, scientific behemoth, let's check it out. Make sure that it is designed to be as good, to be as powerful as it is, as it can be, and indeed I believe that is the case. So let's just queue it up nice and easy. With that in mind, let's see, some kind of offer is there. The Riftborn, who I have not even met, has now joined the losing alliance. Well, that alliance is no longer at war with me, so I can see why Riftborn might be fooled into a false sense of security, but rest assured the Riftborn will be dealt with swiftly as well. Let's bomb the enemy a little bit, hopefully I might destroy some defensive improvement. But alas, that did not happen. Let us retreat, as the waters are very powerful indeed. And it was a devastating battle that honestly cost me a lot, but such is the way of things, unfortunately. And the enemy began making system shields. Of course, these are the waters that make them as well. Most infuriating, as this will make it very difficult for me to blow anything up. Thankfully, if with enough obliterator shots, I will still be able to destroy enemy systems, so that's still good. Alright, let's move some of my kites around, exchange them for falcons. So there's a falcon there, I can move in. I need another falcon, so let's move another kite out of this fleet. See, look for another falcon. Wait, I don't have any more. Well, that's a relatively slow fleet then, I suppose, but such is the way of things sometimes. Let us start making your way over to Libra, please. It's not horribly slow, it's just painfully slow. So, it's not that bad, I suppose. Or at least I can fool myself, lie to myself that it's not as bad as it truly is. And no, I don't want to besiege the system, I wanted to actually... Oh wait, it's colonized already. Excellent, now I can actually conquer it, so... Maybe not with this fleet though. Maybe not with this fleet. So let's go ahead and create a falcon in here. Or not in here, I can actually go ahead and make it over in Rijo. Let's make 2 falcons, nice and easy. And for the time being, 2 falcons are going to be good enough. Although I believe I can already retrofit them. And I should have done so before I sent the other falcons in, to the other system. Wait, no, I can't retrofit them yet. I still have some more science to do before I can, and I don't want autonomous materials, don't be ridiculous. Alright, with that in mind, I believe I can end the turn. And hey, it's the elections. Let's try and get the industrialists into the government, shall we? And I did just that, that is excellent. Scientists are unfortunate, I would rather have, the religious party, but at least I got industrialists in. Alright, let us see. Strategic prices increased, that is not the best actually, I would rather buy strategic resources. So I want as much science as possible, I can live with a little bit less influence. And the enemy is... Alright, the Hissho has refused a truce and paid the influence themselves, which makes me very, very happy. So, yep, I'm glad about that. So I'm still at war with the enemy, right? Yes, I am. Good. Hissho made a good decision for once. I'm proud of them. And apparently, okay, the Riftborn love him for some reason. And these guys, they beg for truce. Who are you again? Why are you against us? I don't remember. You're just specks in the face of the universe that are to be eradicated by me. Am I ready to find an obliterator? Not just yet, but I will be able to do that soon, thankfully. This obliterator is ready to be fired, however, and you know what? I will do just that. I will fire and destroy something, because it's fun to destroy things, isn't it? Also, this fleet can destroy another ship of the enemies. Let us go ahead and grab the science from scrap. And this is a bit of waste. I could wait to spend less resources on this obliterator shot. But I just really want to see something bad and be destroyed, so how about I destroy Hamao? I don't even have to be at war with the enemy to destroy it, so it's going to be glorious. Let's fire! Excellent. And the obliterator can begin charging another shot already, which is excellent. In fact, I could set it to Ugara to be a bit closer to any potential future enemies, but from over here I can fire at the Sophons relatively quickly, so I am not too keen on moving it just yet, I suppose. Mining Behemoths awaits reinforcements, fair enough. Lower Carbon Sciences is still being researched, again that is good enough, and I believe there is nothing else I need to do distance, except for a few systems that require orders. So Nekos, I could give it system shield, but it's a very expensive thing to have. I don't think the enemy will fire at me with an obliterator, right? I haven't seen one, at least, not yet. Ugara, in the meantime, can be a little bit more productive, give me a little bit more science as well. And now I can end the turn, and actually, most likely end this video as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was Panchasu. Actually, no, wait. My main nickname is Pangolin Advisor, and that is who it was, Pangolin Advisor, also known as Panchasu, who used to be also known as the Mighty Mega Spammer, of course. And Hamao has been targeted by an obliterator action. What better way to end this video than by witnessing an enemy system be obliterated? Literally. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I'll see you online.